How to gain muscle mass, Part 1, Training. If you are in the fitness game for the goal of gaining muscle mass, there are just a couple of things you need to take care of. Those are namely training and nutrition, and in this two-part series, we are going to cover the most important details of each aspect. Now, first off, you have to realise that being fit and toned is quite natural, and, in fact, it was a way to survive and thrive back in the past when we didn't live in big cities. So, worry not, you will get to your goals in no time. First off, you need to understand the basic principle of muscle growth, progressive overload. Progressive overload implies a gradual increase in the demand upon the muscles. That is, making the muscle do more than it has done before. But what can you change in a workout in order to challenge your body more? Well, first off, you have training intensity. By definition, training intensity grows as your working weight increases. In other words, if you can squat 100 kilograms for one single repetition until failure, that weight represents 100% intensity for you for that exercise. Logically, one of the ways to challenge the body more is to increase the working intensity, or in other words, the working weight. The second way to challenge the body is to increase the total working volume. The volume of your workout is the sum total of your working weight, sets and repetitions. For instance, if you do one set of 10 repetitions using 50 kilograms, that will be a volume of 500 kilograms. 1 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 50. Increasing the working volume can be done by adding an extra couple of reps or a set. Lastly, you can give yourself a challenge by decreasing the rest time in between sets. This will increase the density of your workout, or, in other words, you will be lifting more weight for less time. Each of those approaches has its pros and cons, but ultimately, it is about balancing out your intensity, volume, and rest times. For the goal of bulk muscle growth, it is recommended that you gradually increase volume while keeping intensity fairly high. That is, working in the 6 to 12 rep range with a weight that will get you close to failure on your last repetition. As to rest times, you should aim for 2 to 3 minutes of rest in between sets, as this will help you perform at your best on every set, thus creating a greater volume. Every now and then, you can go into the 1 to 5 reps powerlifting range to stimulate maximum strength as well. Last but not least, your total weekly volume per muscle group should be 10 to 20 challenging working sets close to failure, depending on your level of training. So here's the conclusion. Muscle growth is about progressively increasing your working volume while not sacrificing intensity in order to make the sets more demanding. In part 2, we're going to cover the most important nutritional consideration, as training is just one part of the story.